my channel, please like, subscribe and share the video, and for more latest updates of our channel, do press the bell icon too. And so let's start the video. In this video, as you all are aware of the ongoing COVID-19 crisis and the nationwide lockdown, CBSE syllabus for the academic year 2020-21 has been reduced. So NCRT has introduced new academic calendar for the upcoming year, and the board has made some of the changes accordingly. So in this video we will discuss the updated syllabus of social studies for 2020-21 session for class 10th. So let's begin the video. This is the official notification PDF that is available on the CBSE site. It's for class 9th and 10th. For class 9th we have discussed before. Now we will discuss for class 10th. They have defined why social science is a compulsory subject and why it is important for you to study social studies. Apart from this, CBSE has also mentioned the objectives of issuing the syllabus, why it is helpful for you. Here also the objectives are mentioned. Let's come up to the course part. This states that your theory paper will be of 3 hours, total comprising of 80 marks. First one will be Indian Contemporary World History, that will be of 20 marks. Contemporary India Geography, that will also be of 20 marks. Democratic Politics Civics, that will be of 20 marks. Understanding Economic Development Economics, that will also be of 20 marks. So total it will be of 80 marks. As you know, 20 marks is for internal assessment. Next comes up the unit 1 of history. In this section, the rise of nationalism in Europe is covered. In this, French Revolution, the idea of French Revolution, making nationalism, age of revolution, making Germany and Italy, visualizing the nation, nationalism, imperialism, all this will be covered. In chapter 2, nationalism in India, it covers of the First World War, Caliphate, non-corporation movement, distant streams of the movement, civil disobedience. Fine. Next we will move on to second section, chapter 3, making of a global world. In this, it involves pre-modern world, 19th century world, in the interwar of the economy, rebuilding of the world economy after the war. Next chapter, we will move on to the fourth chapter, the age of industrialization. In this, we will study before industrial revolution occurred, hand labor, steam power, industrialization in colonies, factories, when factories come out, market goods, all this we will be studying. In chapter 5, that is print culture in the modern world, we will be studying first printed books, print comes to Europe, print revolution and its impact, reading in millennia, 19th century, religious reform, public debates, print and censorship, new form of publications. Next comes up is unit 2, that is geography. In geography, chapter 1 is resources and development. In this we will study the types of resources, development of the resources, planning of the resources, then land resources, utilization of land, land pattern, land degradation, conservation, soil as a resource, soil erosion, then classification of soil, soil erosion and soil conservation. Next chapter 2 comes up. Chapter 2 we will study forest and wildlife. In this we will study biodiversity, biological diversity, flora, fauna in India, vanishing goods, Himalayan yellow, conservation, Project Tiger. These are all we will be studying. Here a note is also mentioned that the chapter forest and wildlife to be assessed in the periodic test only and will not evaluate in the board exam. So chapter 2 will not be covered in the board exam. So this is just for the reading purpose. So chapter 2 will not come. Next, chapter 3, water resources. Water resources, what we will covering up in water resources, water scarcity, need of water, conservation, management, multi-purpose river projects that are there, rainwater harvesting. Here also a note is mentioned which states that theoretical aspect of the chapter water resources are to be accessed in the periodic test only and not will be covered and not will be evaluated in the board examination. So this will be covered in only the periodic test and not in board examination. Though the map item of this chapter will be covered in board. So this will not be covered in board exams, but map will be covering up. Next we'll move on to the agriculture. In agriculture we will study types of farming, cropping pattern, major crops, technological institutional reforms, impact of globalization in agriculture. Chapter 5 covers up is minerals and energy resources. In this we will cover what is minerals, mode of occurrence of minerals, how minerals occurs, ferrous and non-ferrous minerals, non-metallic minerals, rock minerals, conservation, energy resources. Next chapter is chapter 6 in geography, that is manufacturing industries. In this we will study importance of manufacturing, contribution of national economy, industrial location, classification of industries, special distribution of the industries, industrial pollution and environmental degradation, control on environmental degradation. Next we'll move on to chapter 7. Chapter 7 is lifelines of our national economy. In this we will study transport, communication, intertrade and tourism as trade. Next we will move on to unit 3. Unit 3 is civics. In this chapter 1 is power sharing. In power sharing we will be studying the case of Belgium and Sri Lanka, why power sharing is desirable and the forms of power sharing. Chapter 2 states federalism. In this we will study what is federalism, how can we make our country federal, how is federalism practiced, and decentralization in India. In chapter 3 is democracy and diversity. In this we will study the case study of Mexico and difference and similarities and divisions in politics of social division. Here also a note is mentioned which states the chapter democracy and diversity is to be accessed for periodic tests and not be evaluated in board exams. So this will also not be covered in board exams, just for periodic tests. Chapter 4 of civics, gender, religion and caste. In this we will be studying gender and politics, religion, communism and politics, caste and politics. Chapter 5 of civics, popular struggles and movements. In this we will study popular struggles that were existing in Nepal and Bolivia, mobilization and organization, pressure groups and movements. Here also a note is mentioned which states this chapter will be assessed in periodic tests and not in board. So this will be also not covered in board, just in periodic test. We have moved to Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is civics as political parties. In this we will be studying political parties, how many political parties do we have in India, national political parties as well as state political parties, what challenges political parties have, and how can political parties be reformed. Chapter 7 we will be covering up is outcomes of democracy. In this we will study access democracy outcomes, accountable, responsive and legislative government in our country, as well as economic growth and development, reduction in inequality and poverty, accommodation of social diversity, dignity and freedom of the citizens. Next is chapter 8 of the civics. Thus it is challenges to democracy. In this we will be studying thinking about the challenges, thinking about political reforms, redefining democracy. Here also a notice mentioned that states challenges to democracy is to be accessed in periodic tests and not in board examination. So this chapter is also not for board. Next is unit 4. Unit 4 is our economics. Economics chapter 1 is development. In development we will be studying what is development comprised of, different people, different goals, income and other goals, national development, how to compare different countries and states on the basis of development, income and the other criteria, public facilities and sustainable development. Chapter 2 is sectors of Indian economy. How much sectors of the Indian economy do we have? First one we will study sectors of economic activities, comparing three sectors, as three sectors are primary, secondary and tertiary. Division of sectors as organized and unorganized sector we will be studying. Sectors in terms of ownership we will be studying that are public and private. Chapter 3 is on money and credit. Here we will study how do we exchange money as a medium of exchange, modern forms of money, loan activities of the bank, two different credit situations, terms of credit, formal sector in India, and self-help groups for the poor. Next chapter is chapter 4, that is globalization in Indian economy. In this we will be studying production across the countries, interlinking the production and countries across the countries, foreign trade, integration of the market, what is globalization, factors that enhance our globalization, WTO, World Trade Organization, impact of globalization in India, as well as struggle of fear of globalization. In chapter 5 is our consumer rights. Here the rights of consumer we will be studying. Here also a note is mentioned, chapter 5 consumer right to be done as project work. This is to be done as project work. As you can see, no note here is mentioned, so this will also come in board exam. Apart from that, the project work will be done from this chapter. So the project work here is of 5 marks. As you can see here, it's for 5 marks. Every student has to compulsory undertake any one topic from the given below, that is consumer awareness or social issues or sustainable development. These 3 are the topics. From these 3, only one is to be chosen. The objective of the project work is discussed here, why it is need to be done. Then the distribution of marks is given. The marks will be awarded on the basis of content accuracy, originality and analysis. 2 marks will be given. Presentation and creativity, 2 marks will be given. And for viva voice, 1 marks will be given. Apart from this, all documents pertaining to assessment work activity should be meticulously maintained by the school. This is for school purpose, not for you. Projects should be handwritten by the student themselves. This also should be followed. Apart from this prescribed book by the CBSE are Indian and Contemporary World History. It is published by NCERT. Contemporary India, it's for geography. It's also published by NCERT. Democracy, Politics, Civics, published by NCERT. Understanding Economic Development, it is also published by NCERT. And Together Towards a Safer India, Part 3, it is a disaster management book. It's also published by CBSE. Learning Outcomes at the Secondary Stage, it is also published by NCERT. Apart from these 6 books, 1 to 4 are important books, and as history, geography, civics and economics, all 3 comprise of the main syllabus. So thank you for watching the video, and do like and subscribe to our channel. And for any further query, please ask us in the comment section below.